to another episode of Let's Talk Boxing. I'm Leti.
I'm LB.
And woo! Let's get into one of the crazy fights of the night.
The war.
The war, yeah, damn. So we had Jaime Munguia out of Mexico versus Sergiy Derevyanchenko out of Ukraine.
AKA the technician.
And damn.
Yeah.
Damn, Gina.
Yeah.
So this fight, off the jump from the first round, they came to throw it down.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Man, what'd you think?
Man, so I'm gonna tell you like this. Coming into this fight, I was usually when Jaime Munguia is fighting, I'm not the most excited for his fights, just because I feel like he hasn't really been matched the way I would like to see him. I'd like to see him in these, in these bigger fights. Bigger, more competitive fights. So when I saw Derevyanchenko on there, I got more excited than I normally do, just for the simple fact of, I've seen Derevyanchenko in there with the names. I mean, it goes, he's been in there with Danny Jacobs. He's been in there with Triple G, who I thought he clearly beat Triple G. So I feel like, he should have been a champion already versus Triple G. And we seen him in there with Charlo, and most recently we seen him in there with Carlos Adames. And so to see him, so once I saw the matchup, I was more intrigued with the matchup, and I knew that this was going to be a war just for the simple fact of Derevyanchenko. He pretty much gives people good fights, and it's usually a war.
Yeah, from the first round to the 12th round, he didn't slow down. He was landing some crazy punches on Munguia. Yeah. He hurt Munguia.
Yeah, he did
a lot. Like on the fifth round,
he got hurt, and he was in trouble.
And I think I think he got hurt multiple times, but I think that might have been the most one. Mm-hmm. I don't know how Jaime got out of that round without even taking a knee or anything.
Yeah. And Jaime was hurting him too.
Yeah.
It's like when one of them would hurt the other one or land a good shot, the other one was coming right back.
Yeah, but just seeing that, I was just like, damn. I mean, Munguia, he got a chin. I'm gonna say that for sure, because he still kind of managed to try and throw some punches to try and give him off of him. But he survived the round, and you're right, he did hurt Derevyanchenko, and in the 12th round he knocked him down.
Yeah, hurt him to the body.
I was like, why aren't you attacking more of the body? We know that he could take punches on, and he could take them in the face. Yeah. But the body wasn't getting targeted enough for me for either of them. I feel like they could have had really much more success. Yeah.
And neither one was playing defense either.
They were just like, you want to fight? All right, let's fight then. It was just back and forth the whole round. Munguia did take the win, which there was a lot of talk about it, whether he won the fight or not, because a lot of them were saying, like, damn, Derevyanchenko got played again.
I mean, Derevyanchenko is like, all those fights I mentioned, those were all close fights, pretty much, except for, I feel like Charlo beat him pretty convincingly too. But those other ones, man, those was close fights. So like you said, a lot of people were thinking that. I mean, but even the judges though, because had Jaime Munguia not have got that knockdown, I think it would have went to a draw.
But what I was thinking though?
A draw or win? I can't remember.
I was thinking, because originally I think Jaime's team wanted to do a 10-rounder instead of a 12-round.
That's right.
And Derevyanchenko said, nah. There's something going on.
Yeah, you showing something. You showing weakness. Don't show your cards.
So now I'm thinking, like, shit, if it would have gone only to the 10th round and it would have gone to that 12 and he didn't knock him down, what would the scorecards would have been?
True. That's true.
So it's like,
yeah, that's true.
I'm like, Derevyanchenko, did you hurt yourself by saying the 12 rounds? But who knows? When it's the last round, you're going to give it your all. You're going to play different. Maybe it would have went the same way. Who knows? But it was definitely an entertaining fight for sure. Mm-hmm. I got to say that.
Mm-hmm. And it was it was an entertaining fight. And Jaime Munguia, these previous fights, he's just pretty much been, they haven't been the best competition. He's been knocking these guys out, and so for him to go 12 rounds? We hadn't seen that. He was hurt in there, and to bounce, it was we hadn't seen that yet.
He showed resilience because he didn't get knocked down, and he went full 12 rounds. Yeah. So hopefully going forward, he can build off of this Derevyanchenko fight, and he can get into
some bigger fights, because I think even after he mentioned I think he said like he needs to get more experience in the ring, I think, right?
No, what I was thinking, what he was saying is, really, if we're being honest about the fight, or, Jaime Munguia, I feel like he just needs to be more dedicated, because even his coach, was it Morales?
Eric Morales, yeah.
And he was just saying, like, and even Munguia said it at the press conference, like, he needs to be more dedicated with being in the gym, because I feel like he's probably not putting in enough time in the gym to be able to keep up the stamina, or to be able to know how to adjust to the other fighters, because it seems like that happens in every fight.
Yeah. And maybe that could be, maybe that could be, his opponents aren't, it's hard for him to get up for he's not getting those names challenges. But I think if he steps up the competition, I think that'll, in the ring, with better competition, I think that'll help him grow and mature as a fighter. Versus him, fighting these fighters that aren't on the level where he's trying to get to.
Yeah, and I guess you're right. So I guess maybe we'll see his next fight. Let's see if this lit a fire on his ass. Like, okay, as my competition gets bigger and I'm fighting bigger people, I need to get my ass in the gym and work out more, spar more, or whatever the case is, because we know he's got potential, and he just needs to light a little fire under his ass a little more.
Yep. And another thing, shout out to the technician Sergiy Derevyanchenko, to show that, hey, I'm still here. I still got the fight in me. And I wouldn't be shocked if we see him in some more big fights as a result of this one.
Yeah, and he wants that rematch too. He made it clear that they want that rematch.
Yep.
But I mean, who do you think Munguia is gonna fight next? Or
so I've been waiting to. I kind of been telling you.
Here.
There's a fight that I would love to see him fight.
At 168, because he's gonna stay at 168.
Yes, he did say he was gonna be at 168.
And before you kind of go into that, if you guys saw the press conference, you know who he got a call from.
Oh, that's right. Who did he get a call from, man?
He got a call from one of the dads. So we had the Benavides senior call and congratulate him for his win.
Yep.
And he let him know, and Munguia let him know, hey, I'm here in the 168 division. I'm here to stay. I would love to fight, your son, and vice versa. He said, if Canelo ain't gonna fight no Mexicans, then we can get it on. We can get it on and have a Mexican feet.
Yeah, that was cool. That was cool to see. Senior call him during the press conference. That was cool to see. And I will go ahead and also mention the fact that earlier in the year, David Benavidez did have a meeting and a sit down with Oscar De La Hoya. They went to dinner and everything. So I mean, who knows what was discussed in there? So, that's interesting. Who
do you think is next for Munguia?
I don't know. Like I said, we don't know what Golden Boy is gonna do.
Okay, but who you want to see him fight?
Okay, there we go. But so the person I would like to see the matchup with is this person is also fights on the zone, and that is Edgar Berlanga. I think that at 168 pounds, both of them are 168, and both of them I feel like are in a similar situation. They've kind of been fighting, similar competition, similar opponents. But then you got the Puerto Rican Mexican war. They both fight on the zone. I would, they're close to the same age. I would like to see that matchup.
I forgot about Edgar Berlanga.
Yeah.
He's coming back, ain't he?
Yep, he got a fight.
Yep,
he got a fight coming up. So I would. I would like to see that matchup. I think they're in similar parts in their career, and I think it would be good.
Yeah, that would be actually a really good one.
Yeah. So that's the fight that I would like to see. But like I said, we'll just have to see what Golden Boy does. I know he's been Oscar. He said Charlo, but he said Charlo before. So
yeah, and we need Charlo to come back first, and then we'll see. Let's not talk about that anymore.
So what a fight. But yeah, so we just can't wait to see what's next for Jaime Munguia and what Golden Boy decides to do. Let us know below what you guys thought of the fight or who you want to see him fight next. But that's all we got. So thanks for tuning in, y'all.
And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Or talk your shit. And